My husband and I just celebrated 14 whole years of marriage. And if I could give you 3 pieces of advice from a happily married woman on what it took for me to get here and for this to be our story, here it is. My first piece of advice is for you to acknowledge that love and commitment and monogamy and marriage is really what you want. Because oftentimes, as strong and successful women, we feel ashamed, we feel afraid, and we feel like we're going to be ostracized if we say, I want a man. Because you've been taught that being strong means that you cannot be loved, that being strong means that you have to be alone, and that being strong equates to not being able to have healthy relationships. But that doesn't have to be true for you. It definitely ain't true for me, because I am strong and strong and strong and still loved in my strength by my husband. So acknowledge that it's what you want and stop being afraid to say it out loud. My second piece of advice would be for you to give yourself permission to actually have it and receive it when it comes. Because what can happen is that you will acknowledge that you want it, and then when it shows up, you'll self-sabotage, you'll push it away, you'll talk yourself out of it. And you'll make up excuses around why you can't have it now. Well, I need to lose weight first, or when my credit is right, or when I have the time, when none of those things are a hindrance if you actually want it, because you will make the time, you will do the work, you will create the space for the thing that you really want. But the problem is you're afraid. You don't believe that you're actually worthy of having it, and so you don't think that it will come and it will stay. But trust yourself and trust love, because it wants to come and live with you. And then my third piece of advice, which is really a big one, so I want you to lean in and listen closely. When you're in that relationship and you start to feel challenged and you feel resistance and you want to run, don't. Instead, be vulnerable with your partner. Tell him about the fears that you are feeling. Let him know that you are being challenged by the relationship dynamic. It's okay to say, I've never been loved in this way, and I don't really know how to show up. This is hard for me because this is my first time being in a healthy relationship. It is okay for you to say that, and the right partner will understand. If you find that your partner wants to use that against you or ostracizes you for it, that's not the right man for you to be with anyway, and it's a signal that you need to leave. So just to recap, 3 pieces of advice that I would give you as a happily married woman who just celebrated 14 years of marriage with her husband, and as a life and relationship coach who has helped other successful women get into relationships and marriages, is this. Acknowledge the love that you want. Give yourself permission to have it and receive it. Be vulnerable when it gets tough so that you can keep it and maintain it. If you want to learn more and you'd like to be coached by me, go ahead and click the link in my bio so that you can join my 7-day Dating for Love bootcamp that starts on Monday, August 12th. We are going to dive in deeper to all of these principles. You're going to get the coaching, the community, and the guidance that you need, and you will leave with a personal, a custom, and a strategic dating plan that leads to love and commitment. Tap the link in my bio and join us. I'll see you when we get started.